family, friends, and YouTube. Today is February 25th, 2025, and Snowee has 3,975 miles on her, and it says it's 61 degrees out here in Tennessee. Beautiful day. We've had a couple beautiful days. I just didn't take advantage of the ride because I was working on other things. As you can see, something a little different. You'll be able to see that I have put this new F4 custom windshield up a little bit to block some of the wind, and as you can see, I have a new thing sitting on my dash, and that is actually a car dash camera. It's just an added camera that I stuck up there with magnets. I can take it off when I go into stores, things of that nature. And for those of you that are new to this channel, you already know I have an a F1 Van-True camera system already on the bike for documenting any incidents, wrecks, accidents, red lights, things like that. I got the brain of the system. As you know, some of you know, I installed that in the trunk. So this here is me adding another camera to the bike, and the reason for that is I wanted a centered, high position camera, and I also wanted one that probably wouldn't overheat as much. My Van-True does overheat after, especially in the summertime when it's extremely hot. It will overheat, and basically what it does is stop recording until it cools down, then it starts recording again, and you don't know what footage you did not get. So what I did is I decided, hey, why not use a car camera to record center footage from the front, and also it's, they're designed to run all day, all night, just like the Van-True camera system is, and it gives me another vantage point from the camera views. And I thought, well, let me just put it up there, see what I can do. And I put magnets, for those of you that watched one of the last videos, I put magnets up, heavy duty magnets. So anything that I want to attach, a GPS or whatever, all I got to do is make sure the base is I can glue a metal plate or 3M tape a metal plate to the bottom of any device, and then just stick it right there, because they're my heavy duty magnets. They'll hold anything. I think up to 60 pounds or something, maybe 40 pounds. So they're pretty stout. And I have the camera actually, this camera dash, I actually have the screen on for right now. Normally I would have it go off. I just want to make sure that it's recording, and want to make sure I have it recording like I want it to. And this will be my first time getting footage from this camera, so I don't know what it's going to look like with the reflections or anything of that nature. So I'm going to play with it a little bit today. I'm going to ride around different shots. I'm going to see if I get a clear shot through of course, my new F4 the tall and wide F4 Customs windshield. And my goal is hopefully that there's no reflection or anything on that camera, and I can use it as some people call it B-roll footage, just another angle that I can use. So if I'm on long trips, let's say I'm riding, I don't know, half the day or something, I can just simply record that footage and go and get whatever I want off of it, versus your helmet camera. I have two GoPro 12s. I got one mounted here, as you can see, pointing back at me, and I have another one on the actual helmet itself. Well, let me point to that, switch cameras to show you what I'm doing. So here's my GoPro 12, and these cameras are great when you're riding. Let's just say you're going on a trip and you say, oh, here comes something interesting to talk about, or here comes something that looks pretty nice. Let's let's see what it's like. And then you hit your record button and start recording, and the next thing you know, it starts to overheat. Let's just say it's 90 degrees outside, and for those of you with GoPros, you know that they will overheat on you. The battery will swell if you let it run for a long period of time. So basically, my helmet camera is 20-30 minute burst of videoing. So if I'm going to talk for a little bit, I put I start my record on my helmet camera, I say what I want to say, and then I get off of it. But then I'm like, okay, at that point I might be riding through a beautiful valley or something, and I'm losing all of that footage. I mean, because I'm not catching the footage. I can't keep my GoPro going non-stop. At 4K, the battery will die within an hour. So then you have to pull over every hour to change your battery, and you know that's going to overheat the camera, and I just already knew that was going to be a problem. So I went with this right here. I decided I'm going to try this out. Car dash camera. It is a car dash camera, and I have it mounted where it's magnetically mounted, and I can just pull it off. And I wanted to have long-term viewpoints. So if I'm riding through a canyon or a valley, and let's just say it's a beautiful scenery, let's say I was on the $1 Million Highway, I think it's up in Colorado, let's say I was traveling that, and I'm recording the entire time, and then I say I want to pull some certain footage, well, I would be able to pull the footage right off of that camera, not off my GoPro 12, not my helmet camera. And if I were to pull something off my helmet camera, excuse me, let me pull the visor down a little bit, it's getting a little noisy. But let's say I was to pull something off the helmet camera, it would be because I'm coming up here to some landmark or something I want to talk about, some point of interest. I would start the helmet camera, and talk. I know it all sounds a little redundant, but I'm just trying to give you an idea as to why would somebody want a dash camera, car dash camera on your motorcycle. And of course it plugs into a cigarette lighter, like I said, and I go in the store, I just pull it off. I don't have to unscrew anything or nothing, it's magnetized. Then I come out, I just put it back on there, and I go on about my business. So that was the main thing I'm doing right now, is testing out the footage to see when I bounce around. As you will see throughout the rest of this video, I will be bouncing around between camera views, and I want to see what it looks like. If it's crystal clear, I don't have any windshield reflection that's distorting the view when I'm running into the sun or outside or sideways to the sun, then it's going to be a winner. If the quality's good and everything, then this will be something I will keep on the bike, because I will record the entire time I'm riding the bike. And if I do have a heating problem or whatever, I can look over there and I can see that the camera is or is not recording. As it is right now, it's recording. So I'm trying to also address this little head coat I've been developing. Let me pop this visor open. Had this little head camera, this little head coat I'm getting, because our weather's changed. It was really cold, we had a lot of snow, 5 inches of snow, and now that kind of is all gone. So those of you that follow the channel know I like to go the Southern Honda Powersports as well. So Cruise Man will be at Southern Honda Powersports on March 29th on a Saturday, and I plan to go to that event in Chattanooga, well, East Ridge, Tennessee. It's just right there at Chattanooga, and I will be at that event visiting Cruise Man briefly. But it's Cruise Man show and Southern Honda Powersports, so I will not be interfering. But I know I have a couple people like James Duckworth and a few others that say anytime I'm up that way, let them know they'd like to go to lunch or whatever. So this is me letting James know, and anybody else that wants to go up that way, that I will be headed up that way. I'm not a YouTube star, so this event again is about Cruiseman and Southern Honda Powersports. So you will notice that when activities start, I might stay away and let the Cruiseman and them have the spotlight. I don't want to take Crewman spotlight, you know, because when I'm around, you know, people, I'm a magnet. People just say I'm a magnet. I don't know how. It's this wonderful personality I have, I guess, or the one I'm developing. But anyway, so just come on out to Southern Honda Powersports and see the unveiling. I believe they're going to reveal or open up the 2025 Honda Goldwing. But that would be the ugly one. I think it's going to be the gold one. I'm sorry, people. It's still ugly to me. But if that's the one that they open up, and if that's the one that I see, then I will see it in person, and I'll be able to tell you right there on the spot what I think of it. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to change my mind. I'm pretty sure it's still ugly. I know Road Glide and a few others love it. I just can't. But let's see it in person. Maybe it'll change my mind. But the black and red one does, the dark red does look good. That one does look good. But I don't want to sit there and talk about the 2025. I just wanted to let you know that Cruiseman is going to be at Southern Honda Powersports on March 29th. You need to get down there. You get a discount on a motorcycle. You get like $1,000 discount on a motorcycle if you come down and say the Cruiseman. You get $1,000 right off of a Goldwing right there. Now, if that's not impressive, they give you also a $500. Those that show up to that event will get like $500 additional dollars, coupon or something to apply towards it. So that's $1,500 right there. And if you say Gold Rider One sent you, you know you can get some of them little plastic things that hold your license plate on. Little plastic screws that come in a jar. And if I'm just, you know, even if you don't mention me, they're located in the finance section in a jar. So they give them away for free. But I like to think that if Go Rider One sent you, then hey, you got something out of it. So I'd like to see those of you that come support Cruiseman. I will be there. Then I've got some other activities. You know, a lot of people want to know what my schedule is, because apparently YouTube people announce their schedules. I figured, well, yeah, the big people do. I'm not a big person, but I've get several people that say, hey, anytime you're in town, I'd like to go to lunch with you and stuff like that. So I guess I'll start announcing some of my plans. I know at the end of the year I will be going to Texas for the teddy bear run. That's something I'm going to do with Robert White, who is also a very dear friend of mine. I encourage you to go to his channel. Also go to his photography channel if you want to be impressed. It's awesome, very awesome. But I'll do the teddy bear run. I plan on here next month, March, maybe April, May. I'm probably going to go to the Tail of the Dragon. Probably going to start off at, you know, at Dill's Gap and run that maybe 2 times up and back, and then move on. I probably want to run the Snake, but that's like 100 miles, and I'm probably going to do that this year too. So I thought about it. I kind of want to do Sturgis, but I'm not sure if I want to do the motorcycle rally part of it. I'd like to just do the scenery look and go to ride that part. And you know, I don't want to fight for hotels or fight for lodging and deal with all the crowds and everybody else on those roads. So I'm probably going to do Sturgis, or do that run to the Dakotas. I'm probably going to do that this year also, but I'm going to do it probably off season, off a rally. I may do it a month before, or 2 months before the rally, just so I can go out and see some of that beautiful scenery that Z had showed in his video when he was going out there. And that's kind of what I'm going to do this year. I don't have a whole lot of things I plan to go to right now that I have scheduled. Of course, I do the random rides where I just wake up in the morning and decide I'm going to go somewhere. Well, that I can't tell everybody I'm doing right off the bat because I just woke up and decided to do it. So I'll document that as that time comes. But anyway, I'm just doing a short video to let y'all know I'm still out here kicking. So I still got things going on, and looking forward to seeing what this camera footage is going to look like. That's the main thing I'm out here for, is this camera footage. Hopefully it'll be everything I thought it was and more. So until next time, just live your life.